on, everybody? It's your buddy, it's your pal Spaz, Phoenix, the YWC Reality Check. And, I mean, you guys never see my face anymore, but I promise you this time I am, in fact, not alone. I have to rework that entry a little bit. But, Guapo, what's up?
Hola, mis amigos, señores guapos, back again, and that's right, we're talking about Wait, we're
talking about WWE? No, we're not.
No, this isn't a WWE pay-per-view. This isn't even a AEW pay-per-view or Dynamite or anything. This is Impact Wrestling? What the fuck is up, Kyle?
Yeah, basically you're joining me for this because you're going to the show, you
Damn
dickhead.
right, boys.
You
In
dickhead.
New Orleans, Louisiana, this Saturday night, Senor Guapo and his group of hooligans will be going to No Surrender. Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, did you get the whole ticket package, though, where it's the Battle on the Bayou?
Negative, Ghost Rider. I'm not going to night 2 because Guapo has work.
Ah.
However, I am going to the No Surrender pay-per-view this Saturday night, live on pay-per-view, and probably Fight TV and or other streaming networks. I don't know what Canada has. Anyway,
It's actually not even a proper pay-per-view. It's an Impact Plus special.
There we go. It's fine.
They draw weird, and I don't know what the deciding factor is even, but like Bound for Glory and big stuff like that are proper pay-per-views, and the rest of them you get through, like you say, either Fight or Impact Plus, which I haven't looked into. But it could be worse. We could be at WWE where they don't have pay-per-views anymore. They have premium live events.
I'm not gonna lie. I got Peacock. I got the cock just to watch Rumble, and I haven't watched one single iota of wrestling content since.
But they've got Guapo. They've got a brand new show that you're really going to be interested in.
Yeah, I know. It's what's called Bel Air. Yeah, that's it.
No, NXT Level Up.
So me and my wife have been binging the Karate Kid movies because I think I have to watch Cobra Kai.
I will say, I know you guys get it through HBO Max in the States. If you're going to binge something like not wrestling related, I'm just going to put this out there right now. Everybody needs to watch Peacemaker.
I watched the first 2 episodes. I haven't had time to watch the rest.
It only gets better. Side
tangent, if you do want good wrestling story type, if you have the Stars Network, I don't know if you watched it yet, Heels. It's the Stephen Amell series, like TV series.
It's got Punk in it, right?
Yeah, Punk is in it.
Ironically, my little brother, who just got back into wrestling via AEW, is the one trying to convince me to watch Heels, and I will. It's on the list, right?
It's fucking amazing.
But here's the thing, though, and I know we're off on a tangent already, but I'm watching Peacemaker, and I'm watching Peacemaker in the Suicide Squad movie, and I'm watching John Cena and a couple of the other things that he's done, and WWE doesn't do much right now, but they finally gave us the right version of Roman Reigns when they made him the tribal chief, the head of the table, whatever, right? Right. So, and we all say, like, why didn't we get this Roman Reigns all along? I watched Peacemaker, and I'm like, okay, it's a PG show, I kind of get it, but why can't we have this John Cena in WWE?
Right, exactly.
Maybe with pants on.
Yeah, preferably
with pants on.
I don't need to see his ass every 5 minutes.
But I do think that Peacemaker and Eagly need to be the WWE Tag Team Champions.
I'm in full support of that.
So here's the funny thing. How many times do I bring you on a show where it's like, hey, Guapo, I'm not that familiar with this person and this person. I need you to come back me up. You're here tonight because you're going to the fucking show. And you're kind of finding out tonight what you're going to see on Saturday.
Look, the viewers at home, everybody listening right now, I have not watched one iota of Impact Wrestling for a solid, 6 months to a year. I catch the occasional clip here or there. However, whenever it was announced they were coming to New Orleans, which is about 2 hours away from where I live, in Baton Rouge.
And you're like, that sounds like wrestling.
It was wrestling, and it was cheap tickets. Look, I paid $60 for fucking ringside seats.
That's not bad.
That's cheap as shit.
Yeah. I haven't been to an actual, proper WWE or Impact or AEW or anything like that type show since before COVID. The house show I was supposed to go to just after Christmas got postponed out to the sometime in March.
Right.
But I have been to Destiny, and obviously check it off your Spaz Phoenix bucket list. I don't even know why I didn't jump on the joke. But Impact is so intricately tied in with Impact, and so many of the people that I watch now on Impact I first saw at Destiny, and that's what actually got me to start watching Impact again. We're going to go through this show, and I'm going to tell you how many people I've seen recently at Destiny shows. But as we said before we came on the air, we can't even crack the Spaz paid for Bound for Glory anymore now, because you spending money to go to an Impact show isn't really a joke anymore. If they could find a decent TV network, they could be all right.
I'm still definitely going to crack the Spaz paid for Bound for Glory joke. But anyway, I'm
gonna thank Kristen for that. And I'm also going to mention that the Facebook memory of her being Kristen Bella came up on Facebook recently. So shout out to Kristen if she's listening, which she's not. She'll kill me on Facebook. So, but you came to me to find out what you're going to see on Saturday at the show. So we're going to go through the show, and it's not really going to be a preview like we would normally do, like AEW, like, hey, here's the story, here's how we got to this, and here's how we got to that, and I think they're going to go here later on. It's more or less going to be how I started watching Impact again. It was basically like, oh, they've got a pay-per-view coming up, let's see who's on the card, okay, I'll watch it. And I'm sure it'll be the same for you. Let's start with I'm sure you've got the wiki up as well, but I'm starting at the bottom and going up. It's Deonna Purrazzo has an open challenge on the card, so we don't know who she's facing. Obviously, it's Deonna Purrazzo versus TBA, but
do you have any predictions of who?
I don't, but she has been doing this cool thing where it's like, come challenge me and pick a belt, because she's not the Impact champion right now, but she is the ROH Women's Champion and the AAA Reina de Reyes Champion.
Right.
So it's basically like, not only do you answer the open challenge, but you got to pick what belt you're going for as well. If it's a surprise, I hope it's an actual surprise. Right. But if it's not an actual, like, sort of, I'll use the term, breaking down the forbidden door, I hope it's Rosemary, just because I think she's awesome. I just think she's awesome, and she's not on the card tonight. There have been rumblings and rumors that Britt Baker has done a couple interviews and said two people she wants to face outside of AEW are Deonna Purrazzo and Mickie James. So, I don't know.
Look, if Britt's music hits, I'm marking the ever-living shit out.
Yeah, but her group of followers is huge right now. So who does Deonna Purrazzo, the only backup she's had for the past little while is Matthew Raywalt, but they've moved Matthew Raywalt into a commentary position. Aiden English, if you didn't know.
Yeah, I know you don't.
Okay. I don't know, like I said, names and stuff. No, D'Lo Brown was on commentary, and then he got attacked by Honor No More, who we're going to talk about later on. But right now it's Matthew Raywalt, and its real name's Tom Hannigan, but Tom Phillips from WWE.
Nice.
And he's
actually
really
good commentary booth.
Yeah. Well, I mean, before you had Matt Stryker and D'Lo Brown, and they were fun because I happen to like the two of them. But Tom Phillips, he's made no secret. Like, he sat under the Michael Cole learning tree, and for whatever we can make fun of Michael Cole for, like, the guy's professional as fuck.
Absolutely.
Like, the sound and the sort of the narration of the show, like, it's night and day. And I'm saying that on the leaving of two other people that I also really like. So that was a lot of fun to see him. Matthew Raywalt on commentary doesn't hurt my feelings either. He's got a certain, like, properness and presence, if that makes sense.
Yes.
But he and Deonna Purrazzo were sort of teamed up for a while, because late last year they did Impact did their own like King and Queen tournament. It was remember the Mixed Match Challenge that WWE did? Except in Impact they actually let the women and the men fight, which we're going to talk about in a minute. So they were a team for that, and then they just sort of hung around each other for a while. Deonna Purrazzo continuously got buried by Mickie James, because that's the world we live in right now. But she picked up 2 other championships, and I don't know. As an outside surprise, I guess. I would say the Britt Baker thing would be awesome.
Yeah.
If it was somebody like from the lower card, if it is somebody from AEW, which I'm not even saying it is, but throw in somebody like somebody fun, like I don't know, like a Tay Conte or a Chris Statlander or Ruby Soho even.
Tay would be great. Oh, Ruby would be fucking amazing.
Ruby Soho versus Deonna Purrazzo.
God, that would be a great match.
If it's somebody in the company, I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Rosemary just because I think Rosemary's a lot of fun and I like Decay as a group. I love their entrance music, which should not define the whole card, but it does. I don't know otherwise.
Somebody on free agency right now that I think would be probably good, and I know she just popped up in a indie somewhere. Athena, aka Ember Moon.
Why did I not think of that?
Yeah. I just saw her pop up on Twitter or something like that at some show. I can't remember, but yeah.
Nixon Newell is also out there making her voice heard about a bunch of stuff. Tegan Knox.
Tegan, yeah.
Would be a lot of fun.
Tegan would be great, actually.
Tegan Knox would be good, yeah. I don't know, like, I don't think it'll ever happen, but they had Impact Women's Champion Mickie James at the Rumble. Like, there's the absolute outside chance that WWE sends somebody super low on the card to be like, okay, here's like 1-for-1, except it's not 1-for-1 at all.
I mean, technically we could get
I could see them. Okay,
a long shot because I think she's still trying to work on herself, but Nia Jax. Yeah.
Nia Jax says she's done with wrestling though.
Has she? Okay.
Like Nia Jax.
What
apparently
she's about Taya Valkyrie.
True.
Ooh, Toni Storm. I'm sorry, I'm looking at a list of people who's available right now.
Yeah.
Toni Storm. Yep, that's what I want right there. Toni Storm.
Yeah. No, that's. I don't know. It would be really weird just after the Rumble because the Rumble, like, everybody's like, oh well, why'd they send Mickie James over there if she wasn't going to win the Rumble? I'm like, she wasn't going to win the Rumble. Like, it was a cool thing that happened. Like, to have another champion from another company show up in WWE hasn't shown up since Jeff Jarrett was the NWA champion in WWE. Like, It's been a minute, but they weren't going to go that. You weren't going to see Charlotte and Mickie go champion versus champion at WrestleMania. Like, that's a bit much. But the free agents that are out there, a whole lot of people in the past little while came to the end of their 90-day no-competes, so it could be somebody surprising. I don't know, or it could be just somebody random on the roster that she squashes, because that's also a thing.
Yeah.
I'm looking at other names of people actually on the roster.
Yeah, I'm looking up Impact Wrestling stuff now, too.
Chelsea Green would be a nice shout.
Yeah, but I feel like she's going to be somebody that just interferes
somewhere else
in a different match, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we're spending a lot of time on this because whoever it is, Deonna Purrazzo is either going to squash them or give them.
It could be one of the Inspiration.
Yeah, but they're already okay.
I mean, they're
send out two girls that carry two belts to fight one girl that carries two belts.
Sure, why not?
And then Deonna Purrazzo walks out and does a Daniel Bryan and says, "I am the tag team champions."
Yeah.
Actually, you've just brought up a good shout that I didn't realize until just now. There is no women's tag team title match on this card.
Correct.
Which is sort of unfortunate. There's also no X Division championship match on this card, which is unfortunate because the first of many that I'm going to say tonight, I saw them at Destiny before I saw them at Impact. The current X Division champion is Trey Miguel. And considering his buddies over in NXT just lost the Dusty tournament, I'm sure he would love to get some victory for that group of friends. But in the meantime, we're establishing his next number one contender, and it's a fatal four-way between Speedball Mike Bailey, who I first saw at Destiny because he's Canadian, Jake Something, who's a monster, who I first saw at Destiny Wrestling, Chris Bay, who's awesome and got adopted by Bullet Club as like the Impact guy that's in Bullet Club.
Right.
And Ace Austin, who's basically Gambit.
Okay.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. Ace Austin is a like sort of cocky heel. Imagine a lighter weight Jeff Hardy if he was a heel combined with the Miz at his most obnoxious.
Okay. Yeah, because I have no idea who any of the people in that match is, except for maybe Chris Bailey. I want to say I've seen him before.
Yeah. I will say, kidding aside and honestly bias aside, keep an eye on Speedball Mike Bailey. I was at the Destiny show where he went toe to toe with Josh Alexander, who's still our world champion. Basically, it was Scott D'Amore and Jordan Grace and a bunch of other people were at the show, and it was I'm
looking at a picture of Mike Bailey now. He looks like a younger Matt Hardy.
Yeah, but he's a barefoot wrestler and he's a martial artist and he's just kick ass. But at the Destiny show, it was sort of a non-title match because that was the one that was supposed to be. I told you about it. It was supposed to be Josh Alexander versus Luke Gallows.
Okay.
But he got hung up at the border, so Speedball took his place. And it wasn't a title match, but it was hey, can I impress Scott D'Amore and get a contract with Impact? Mm-hmm. And he didn't win, but Josh Alexander put him over huge after the match, and they did a contract signing in the ring, and he was welcomed into Impact because apparently one of the things holding him up was a work visa, which it's always unfortunate when you're a wanted commodity and bullshit like that holds you back.
Right.
In all honesty, I really hope it's Mike Bailey, because Mike Bailey versus Trey Miguel somewhere down the line would be fucking fantastic. Ace Austin has had his shots at various titles. He's got Madman Fulton in his corner, who's, do you remember when they first put Sanity together on NXT before they figured out who the final set of members was going to be, and they had Sawyer Fulton in there for a little bit? He's got the tattoo around his collarbone that kind of looks like a cross necklace.
Okay.
But yeah, so he's basically the heavy for Ace Austin. So you got a fatal four-way, which means it's no disqualification, which means all 5 people are going to be participating. I'm predicting Speedball Mike Bailey, but mostly because that's what I want to see.
Right.
Okay. Intergender match for the Impact Digital Media Championship. Matt Cardona defending the championship against Jordan Grace, who he just won it from a couple of weeks ago with a chair shot to the head.
You mean our reigning and defending NWA champion?
Good lord.
The holder of the 10 ounces of gold. Or 10 pounds of gold, whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah. It's gonna be fun because I love Jordan Gracie and how she can fucking destroy, like, people. Not just guys or girls, but everybody. Yeah. And anybody.
And I saw the match where he won, and yeah, obviously it's like he had a good match. He played up this whole, like, oh, it's really out of character for me to lay a hand on a woman, so there was all this, like, fake hesitancy and sarcasm in it, which was really good. But in amongst all that was also some pretty fucking awesome wrestling, and Jordan Grace is awesome, and
yeah.
And it's all. I think it's funny that he finally got his hands on the Digital Media Championship because he was the original internet champion. And I'm like, when they first created that title, how did they not put that on him for like at least a day? Like have somebody else beat him the next day or whatever. But like, how was he not the inaugural?
The inaugural, yeah.
But she was the inaugural, so he was number 2. So that's fine.
It's fine.
I think it was a matter of he was a dick. He won the title just to hold it for a bit. She's going to get it back because she's awesome. I would love to see this match go on first. She gets her belt back and then comes back to surprise Deonna Purrazzo in the Open Challenge. Like, I think that's a cool story you could tell. Mm-hmm. But and then she could be like Jordan 2 belts with something. I should say, honestly, Deonna Purrazzo got the ROH title off of Roxy, who has apparently signed with WWE, for better or worse.
Right.
But yeah, no, Deonna Purrazzo's got 2 belts in Impact, and neither one of them are Impact titles, so have her go up against another Impact champion in Jordan Grace, because it's intentionally an intergender championship. You could do something good there. I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but it is what it is.
I'm going to have a good time regardless. By All right, how about that? I'm gonna tell you how many beers deep I'll be in by each match.
All right.
This one at least a solid 3,
Nice.
maybe 4.
Nice.
Okay, next match.
If I was to quote Big E, and I just want to see a couple of big men slapping meat.
Yeah.
Black Taurus versus Jonah.
I am extremely excited for this match.
Do I have to explain to you who these guys are?
I know who Jonah is. He was
Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed. And Black Taurus I actually saw live right before COVID and before I got married at the local Wildcat show here in New Orleans.
He's Giant El Torito.
Pretty much, yeah.
And he's another excuse for me to hear the Sanity entrance, so I'm good. Because I'm pretty sure he's going to come out with the rest of Decay. I love Decay. Like, they're never going to... I don't think any of them are ever going to be world champions or anything like that, but Decay's fucking awesome. When they were doing more stuff with AEW, and it was like, okay, mostly it's just AEW guys coming over here to, like, play with their belts for a while, I was like, invasion angles are overdone, we know this, but if you were gonna do an invasion angle, and this is right when Bray Wyatt got fired too, have Bray Wyatt show up on AEW as an Impact talent leading Decay in to invade AEW. And how were they able to get in? How were they able to infiltrate AEW? They had a zombie on the inside by the name of Abaddon.
I'm okay with that.
It's all good. They really are trying to make Jonah a big deal, and Black Taurus doesn't need to win to be awesome.
It wouldn't hurt anybody for whoever wins that. It'll be a good match regardless, because Black Taurus is like a really freaking good luchador.
At the last show, I will say, at Hard to Kill, Jonah and Josh Alexander had a pretty fucking fantastic match. I'll say that much. This is just gonna, like I say, this is just gonna be fun, and I'm not just saying it because one of them is literally a bull, but it is one of those two bulls locking horns type match. Then we go the other way, and we get Eric Young taking on the
newest member
of
AEW, Switchblade Jay White.
Now, I'm gonna have to pick your brain a little bit because I think it was you.
Yeah.
When I asked who Jay White was a while ago, because he showed up in AEW or in Impact a while ago, and then he went away, and now he's back again, and he's in AEW as well. Are you the one that described Jay White to me as Seth Rollins if WWE did Seth Rollins properly?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Because I like Jay White. I like the little bit that I've seen of him. I like, and I get from everybody that I talk to that he's a huge deal. So you've got a guy that's a huge deal that I'm not familiar with a very, very strong mid-carder that I am familiar with in Eric Young. And to me, as far as my own anticipation, those two things balance each other out.
Yes.
You got a mid-carder that I'm very familiar with and a big deal that I'm not familiar with. So I'm going to see what Jay White can do, and I'm going to be happy for Eric Young because he gets to be the guy in the ring while I see what Jay White can do.
Yes.
I'm not delusional, though. Like, Jay White's going to win. Jay White's going to win, or Eric Young and Violent by Design are going to get disqualified. One or the other.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay. Okay.
Do you want to skip this one? Hold this one off for a second?
No, because I feel bad because you're excited about this, and I had to tell you before we came on the air that you were getting to see this match live. You absolute cock.
I'm sorry.
Are you, though?
I'm sorry.
Are you, though? I don't think you are.
Not at all, because this... Okay, so this is honestly two of my favorite tag teams. Oh, God.
Yeah, you got the OC versus the Usos on crack.
Oh, Bull.
No, the Bull was in the last match. We got the current Impact Tag Team Champions, who I think are technically AEW stars, maybe, I don't know.
They're contracted to Impact,
okay,
but they go AEW stuff here and there whenever they feel like it.
They go both ways.
They like a good bisexual, they get both ways. Yes.
Taking on the Gorillas of Destiny, who I have heard of more so because they're the reason Haku almost beat up Simon Miller.
Yes.
At the Bullet Club block party a couple years ago. I can't make fun of these guys. I've seen them a couple of times on TV cutting promos, getting ready for this. And from what I can tell, it's a whole lot of like, we're the Bullet Club. No, we're the real Bullet Club. No, we're the real Bullet Club. Like, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that spread over two different companies that I watch. So there's a whole, like, for me, I do have to find it hilarious, right? And I'm going to go off on a tangent again for a second. For me, who's not familiar with the Bullet Club, to primarily be watching WWE, AEW, and Impact, where you've got, what is it? Finn Balor, AJ Styles,
Yeah.
Jay White,
Yeah.
Doc Gallows, Carl Anderson, Tommy Tango, Tonga Loa, Adam Cole, Adam Page, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Cody Rhodes, because him leaving AEW is a work. Like, for somebody like me who never watched the Bullet Club, I see a whole lot of fucking Bullet Club.
You're missing somebody in there, but yeah.
Who am I missing?
Shit, what the fuck is his name? God damn it, you're gonna make me fucking...
In which company?
Well, he's just in New Japan. I don't think he's been in anything else.
Okay, then I wouldn't have seen him, and that was the point of my comment, so what are you trying to do?
Yes.
He's gonna do the doobly-doo now.
Yeah, I'm doing the doobly-doo. Let's see. Members. Bad Luck Fale. That's what I'm thinking of.
Okay.
And there's also Evil and, yeah, a bunch of people.
Oh, yeah. But no, like, my whole point being, like, just watching the companies I watch, I've seen way too much Bullet Club to not be a Bullet Club guy.
Yeah.
Now I'm doing a little bit of a thing, too, because I lost something.
Doing?
No, I lost a page that I'm going to have to reference in a moment. Because I accidentally closed it. There we go. I mean, whatever you want to tell me about Tommy Tango and Tango Low, I'm going to go with the guys that I know, because I don't think GOD are in Impact for any extended period of time.
No. I honestly think they're in Impact for a minute, because they're about to hop over to someplace else.
Oh, dear.
I'm sorry, but yeah.
What, WWE?
No. I think they're gonna.
Hey. Okay, you know how what's her name? The fucking ring rat in WWE, Bianca Belair. You know.
God damn it.
She's got the tail and everything. It's fine. No, you know how her whole like obnoxious shtick is like the EST of WWE.
Established, yeah.
Yeah. Well, these guys could be the GOD of NXT.
No, just no.
Hey, the GOD of NXT can go take on MSK and be managed by JBL and HBK on NXT 2.0.
Hard pass.
Anyways, just for the hell of it, I'm going to assume you're going with Gorillas of Destiny to win, if not at least look good.
No, I honestly no. I'm going to go with the Good Brothers, but that's also just and only because I will be wearing my Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows shirt, the Nerdometer. Yeah, because I'm a fucking mark. Anyway,
okay.
Yeah,
Now I have to muster fake excitement for a match that I don't care about.
I don't know who Tosser Steely is, so I'm just going to pick her to win.
It's current overhyped Impact World Champion Mickie James, fresh off of her appearance at the Rumble, where she didn't get enough attention. Yes, she did. Moving on. Taking on top.
But did she?
What?
Did she get enough attention?
I think she did good in the Rumble. I think she did a lot better than a lot of other people.
I mean, I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised they didn't fucking toss her out like 2 seconds in, but that's just me.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think they're going to go to the trouble and break all the. I don't think like they broke a lot of their own rules to bring her in. This is why I said before when we talked about the Rumble, like I'm not particularly a fan of Mickie James, but what her being in the Rumble means is still awesome. Like, and I still stick to that. I don't think they would have gone against their own rules. Well, why would we bring in somebody from another company? Why would we acknowledge another company? Why would we acknowledge another company's championship, etc.? Like, they went so far against stuff that they usually have carved in stone. I don't think they would have gone to all that trouble just to toss her out in 2 seconds. I mean, they already did that with her belongings in the garbage bag. Should have put her in the garbage bag, but that's okay. She's taking on Tasha Steelz, right? Who I want to give the benefit of the doubt to, right? Because Tasha Steelz was one half of Fire and Flavor with Kiera Hogan. When I saw Kiera Hogan, I was like, okay, cool, it's Sasha Banks done properly. And then she went over to AEW. And then Tasha Steelz, instead of getting another tag team partner, just got herself a heater in Savannah Evans. Where it's like, if you're not a tag team wrestler anymore, you just get another big person. And she's trying to carry the same... I'm going to say this carefully so I don't offend anybody, but she's trying to carry that same sort of street attitude that their tag team had by herself. And it's kind of like Roman still wearing the vest after the Shield wasn't a thing anymore.
Right.
But, again, I don't particularly care about her, but how she got this title match is still cool. Because one of the other things they did at Hard to Kill was they did the first ever Women's Ultimate X match.
Okay.
And that was her and Alicia Edwards and Chelsea Green, Jordynne Grace, Lady Frost, and Rosemary. Jordynne Grace was the highlight of that, obviously, along with Rosemary, because Rosemary is insane. So clearly we give it to somebody else. That's how the world works. But Mickie James is going to win. It's...
Yeah, probably.
I don't... Guapo. The is real.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I'd be happier about this if Mickie James wasn't obnoxious.
These two matches are not on the wiki.
Which matches?
There's 2 matches not on the wiki. One being John Skyler versus Trey Miguel.
Oh, so he is defending his championship.
Yeah.
Oh, wiki's out of date.
And as well as Tasha Dashwood, Tenille Dashwood.
Yes.
Versus Havoc.
Oh, so we are getting some more
with Rosemary.
I do. She has a tag team. She's a tag team right now with. Tenille Dashwood, I should say, is a tag team right now with Madison Rayne, and they've got a feud going with the Inspiration.
The Influence.
The Influence versus the Inspiration, and it's kind of funny because all 4 of them are obnoxious. So it's just like, just let them be as petty as possible.
Also, side tangent. So, you remember how I told you, like, I didn't realize GOD was facing Good Brothers?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure, like, a couple weeks ago, it wasn't GOD. It was, your boy, Josh Alexander, and somebody else versus the Good Brothers.
Oh. Well, the story is now that Josh Alexander has been sent home to think about things.
So that's why. Okay.
Yeah. No, he was going heavy and hard on getting his rematch against Moose because he was robbed by Moose. I think in real life, though, I think it's because if I'm reading this correctly, and it could just be rumors, so please don't quote me, I think his contract with Impact actually lapsed, which means his work visa lapsed, because he put up a big post not too long ago about having to come back to Canada and having to miss a couple of indie dates and what have you. So that may have been done at the last minute, but I don't think, because, I mean, I'm going to guess that GOD showing up in another company is a pretty big deal.
Oh, yeah, that's a huge deal because they had not worked outside of Japan in a while. Like, this is going to be probably... I'm pretty sure this is one of their first matches outside of Japan in a good long time.
Okay. But, like, so if it was supposed to be Josh Alexander and it got changed because of his personal situation, that's fine. But I don't think you pull something this big out of your ass at the last minute.
No. This was probably something I was getting planned anyway, but...
Yeah, I don't know. It's really unfortunate though. I mean, I'm lucky. In March they're going to do another Destiny show, and I'm going to get to see Josh Alexander wrestle because I'm in Canada. But
I mean, that's if Canada goes into lockdown again.
apparently we are dropping all restrictions except for masking as of March 1st. That's the latest. But yeah, we got the trucker convoy going on in Canada, and people are very, very upset because, people with the right to protest are actually protesting. Cry me a fucking river. Moving on, we haven't burned any cities down yet, which makes us better than some people. Moving swiftly on to something just as violent.
Oh, Canada. Sorry.
Man. Team Impact versus Honor No More. So Chris Sabin, Eddie Edwards, Rhino, Rich Swann, and Steve Macklin taking on Matt Taven, Mike Bennett, PCO, Vincent, and Kenny King. And I'm going to say it one more time. At the last Destiny show, I saw PCO right before PCO started showing up out on Impact. And
there you go.
He's French Frankenstein?
You know who's friends with PCO, right?
No.
That Danhausen.
Oh, no.
He's very good, very evil.
My wife.
My wife.
So I know Mike Bennett, and I know PCO, and I know the guys on the Impact team.
You would probably know. You haven't watched Kenny King at all?
I've heard the name.
You haven't seen Vincent. Or Matt Taven. Or I'm sure you had to have seen Matt Taven at some point. He was the ROH champion for a while.
I never watched ROH.
Oh, well.
And the Vincent in this team is not the Vincent I know from wrestling.
No, it's not the Vincent.
He's a little paler.
Slightly.
Little paler. And if you got dropped with a DDT, you could call it an impaler. Oh. All right, moving
I think it's going to be Team Impact.
All right, Guapo, we're going to break up the tension here from that terrible joke, and I'm going to tell you another one.
Yes.
Who has bare feet even when they have shoes on?
I don't know.
A bear.
Why the fuck do I do this shit?
I just finished doing the preview for Elimination Chamber. It's very tired in here.
Who are you picking? Impact or ROH?
See, this is one of those things, and I usually hate people that say this. I have to know what's going on in the real world before I decide what's going on kayfabe here, because Ring of Honor are apparently starting back up in April. Is that the deal?
Yes, they have a show scheduled because it has been scheduled for over a year now. Same weekend as Mania.
Okay, so if because they're on hiatus, they didn't close the company down for good.
They did not, however, they released everyone from their contract, so no one is under contract for ROH.
Right, I got that much. But I'm saying the company itself still exists as an individual entity.
As of this moment, yes.
So it's not like ECW dying and then WWE doing their own ECW.
No. It's ROH still owns itself, or Sinclair Broadcasting still owns them.
Because the way I'm looking at it here is if they weren't ready to open up as a company yet, then obviously they're going to win so that they can stay on TV on Impact and keep the name alive, which is a really cool thing that they've been doing on Impact. I've gotten to see Octopus Guy with the Ring of Honor Championship matches. I've been watching the ROH Pure matches, which are way too convoluted for their own good, and that can fuck off. But they do have the ROH commentator come in when it is the ROH title matches, which I think is a really nice, respectful touch. They have their ring announcer come and announce the ROH title. Octopus Guy defended the ROH title against Chris Sabin at the last pay-per-view.
Are you talking about the dude with the dreads?
I'm talking about the guy with the octopus skull thing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Gresham?
Okay, yeah. Okay. I know what you're talking about now. Okay.
They call him the octopus.
Steve Gresham?
No, Jonathan Gresham?
That sounds... Maybe. I don't remember anymore.
But no, basically, like, I you know what? at the last show was the first time I'd ever seen him, and it was the first time I'd ever seen an ROH Pure Rules match, which, as I say, are way too convoluted for their own good. I get that they're trying to do something cool and different, but no, not for me, Chief. I just think in general, like, the way Impact is sort of like playing host to AEW or to ROH while they are on sabbatical, so that they're still in the conversation. I think it's a really cool thing that they're doing. And I mean, they're a small enough company in their own right that you would think that they would be trying to get themselves up onto a higher platform, but yet they're trying to raise up other people with them, which is very cool. Like I say, including things like their ring announcer, their champion, their commentator for the championship matches. I just think it's really cool. It's nice to see people being nice.
Yeah.
He's not on the card. I think at one point there was talk that he was going to be, because he didn't like what Honor No More was doing, he was going to help Team Impact, but then I guess they didn't do that and they put Steve Macklin on there instead. Steve Macklin, if you didn't know, is Steve Cutler from the Forgotten Sons.
Yeah, I forgot about them.
But yeah, so Chris Sabin, Eddie Edwards, Rhino, Rich Swann, Steve Macklin versus Matt Taven, Mike Bennett, PCO, Vincent, and Kenny King. And my answer is, if they're opening up again soon, then they'll lose. So, because the stipulation is they have to leave Impact if they lose. And if they win, they can stay in Impact and cause more havoc or whatever. So that'll be what they're doing if the company's not quite ready to open yet. I don't like matches like this, if I'm honest, where you have to look at like the shoot side of things rather than the work side of things to decide who's going to win. But It's literally going to be the deciding factor. Like when the invasion angle happened, Team WWE only won when they were stopping the angle.
Right.
So yeah, I'm going to go with whoever reality implies.
I will second that notion.
And we leave off with a match.
More meat slapping meat.
Okay, you're not quite Big E. I'm gonna have to call you Big G for that. But it's awesome for you because you're gonna be there live, and these guys killing each other is gonna be awesome live.
Yes, and of course the chance of us getting probably a real one as well.
Oh dear. But the fact that these guys have been going after each other for quite a while, and it's spread over a couple different pay-per-view matches that I've seen, including triple threats that had other people involved, etc. But then it's always come back to these two. It has, for me, like, again, I'm going to sound like a broken record here. I saw Moose face hardcore Channing Decker at a Destiny show, and I saw him put through a door. It was fun. Mm-hmm. That was my introduction to Moose at a Destiny show as I was sitting in the front row watching him splinter a door with his own face. Right? I like Moose. Moose is really cool. Morrissey, I got a couple different things to say. I like the Enzo and Cass pairing from NXT and WWE. Obviously, we've talked before about all the struggles that he's had in his life and brought himself back up and got himself a new contract, and all of that is awesome. So I got great things to say about both of these guys. I just can't bring myself to care about the match because I've seen versions of it way too much, way too recently.
Right.
And that's really bad because not only is it the main event, but it's for their main world title. So I don't want to feel that way. You're going to go see it live, so tell me what you expect or what you're looking forward to out of the match.
I'm just looking for big physical aggression and I honestly don't care who wins either way. I'm fine with Moose retaining, or I'm fine with Morrissey taking the title. Like, to be honest, I'm just looking forward to going to watch a wrestling show live with my friends, getting drunk, and having fun.
There you go. Okay.
That's all I care about this weekend.
So looking at the whole card, as the guy that's going, because you're a dick.
Good Brothers and Girls of Destiny.
Okay.
That is the match I care most about.
See, interestingly enough, I think I'm looking forward to the Eric Young Jay White thing more from a curiosity perspective. The ROH invasion doesn't grab me like it's grabbing a lot of other people, only because I've never really watched ROH.
Right.
Like I'm happy for something new and interesting, and it is our story to tell. And like I say, the two main title matches that are happening, I don't care about. And Matt Cardona and Jordan Grace is going to be awesome, but the Impact Digital Media Championship is not a main title. I really hope they give us a nice surprise with the Deonna Purrazzo Open Challenge. Up and down the card, there's a lot of things that are super interesting and will probably be fun, but I think I'm more looking for fun than awesome.
Right.
Like a WWE B pay-per-view and how crazy that can be versus a top-tier AEW like all-out type thing.
Right.
Which is fine, because when I'm done this show, I will have watched on the Saturday about 7 hours of wrestling. Because in the afternoon we're getting the Elimination Chamber live from Saudi, and we're getting this in the evening, which is kind of cool, only from the perspective of I'm not looking at two pay-per-views where I have to like watch one, tape the other one, whatever the case may be. Scheduling, personally, it works well for me that WWE is still doing questionable pay-per-views in Saudi Arabia.
Because it's earlier in the morning and you can relax, watch it in your boxes.
Actually, it's coming on for me. It's coming on right at lunchtime.
Oh, okay.
Which is awesome. And it's on a Saturday because most of the Saudi shows have been during the week, which is I don't know what the thing is for that. But as I say,
scheduling conflicts for the blood money. I mean for the Saudi prince.
Hey, you know what? The only thing, and I said it for those of you that are listening right now, the immediate previous podcast to this one will be my predictions for the Saudi Elimination Chamber, which I think they should have called the Extermination Chamber, but that's because I'm a bad person. I will say
that was if it was in Germany. I'm sorry. What?
Oh no. Oh no!
I'm sorry. I apologize.
No. Do we want to get into the Gunther thing?
No,
we don't.
I really don't. One bad joke at a time.
Oh my god! I will say the only positive thing I will say, and I will say, this is one of those things where I'm gonna try to not be a smartass. The WWE, their deal with Saudi Arabia, whatever, is something that everybody is entitled to their own opinion on.
Right.
But I'm saying, for a country that a couple years ago told WWE you're not going to have any females on the show, and a country that doesn't exactly have the greatest opinion of the LGBT community, you're looking at a fight card that has Charlotte Flair, Sonya Deville, Naomi, Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, Lita, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Doudrop, Nikki ASH, and Alexa Bliss on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying that it makes it okay. I am saying if you think nothing has changed, you're exaggerating that one step too far.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm looking forward to that show outside of the context of where it's happening. I'm looking forward to this show because I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I've got 7 hours of wrestling to watch on Saturday, and it's a long weekend in Canada, so I don't have to go back to work until Tuesday.
Hey, there you go. You get to relax a little bit.
Get a little bump on the extra.
So
I'm going to throw it to you right here live while everybody is still listening. Are we going to do a being there live versus watching it on TV pod sometime after this pay-per-view?
Absolutely, depending on my work schedule and everything, yes.
You don't have that busy a work schedule.
Let me tell you, brother.
No. Gotta do the LA Knight thing. Let me talk to you. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't watch NXT 2.0.
But it is better than Monday Night Raw. And anything's better than listening to a podcast with Michael Sidgwick on it. Moving on, let's talk about where can people find you, buddy.
You can find me on Twitter at jguapo_504. And guess what? I might actually tweet this weekend live from the pay-per-view at New Orleans in No Surrender, the thing that we just reviewed. Yes.
You mean
Twitter,
the battle on the bayou?
Yeah, the battle on the bayou.
Oh, you cut me off. And you guys know where to find me or you wouldn't be here. I've been Spaz, he's been Guapo. We are your, this time, Impact Wrestling Reality Check? Question mark? Subscribe up there.
Happen too often.
talk down there, start a conversation, keep all these conversations going. Don't be a stranger. I'll talk to each and every last one of you later. But for right now, me, Senor Guapo, we are tagging out. Bye, guys.
Adios, mis amigos.